I want to make a video off of my scrapbook. I'm trying to start building some stuff. I got somebody finna come on and start helping with this stuff, but I'm so anxious to start putting it together that I'm not going to wait. It's going to be better. We're going to have music behind it. We're going to have a voiceover. But that's coming at a later date. I'm going to just start doing it like this right here now. Okay? This is some tools that we're going to be putting together to help all the phone numbers we had at our different locations around the country back then. You can see the states and cities we were working in, those office numbers there. That's just some of them. It was early on. Yep. It's myself back in the 80s there. That was the woman. All this going to come together as we continue this little scrap, doing it out of the scrapbook. That's when we was over in Georgia somewhere. I think that thing said like, I forgot, 12,000 or 10,000 feet or something. We pulled over there. You can see Georgia on there. I don't forget where we were over there, but hadn't really been all these places before we got in this business. So the business actually took us, I think that was 1985, that looked like. Like you come in one, we can see I kept real good records on this stuff, pictures and times and dates. That's on Galaxy. Well, 55 behind the Holiday Inn. That's 1980. Tell how slim I was then. That was my second van right there. We hadn't even started, I don't even think, no, we hadn't started working out of state right there. 1980, I know we hadn't. We didn't start out of state till like 81, 82. That's in Arkansas right there. I think this is over here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I remember that picture right there. 1985, yep. That was in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which the building should be coming up here shortly. Matter of fact, this is it right here. This is right down the street from the Walmart's headquarters in Bettye. But this is the Fayetteville, which is right next door to Bettye, where Walmart's headquarters, I know it was back then. And this is also in Fayetteville. Kept a lot of pictures back then. That's a guy named Howard. He was our project manager over there. That was a pretty big building. Matter of fact, it's still there. I don't forget the address, but it's Feld Building in Fayetteville, Arkansas. You want to move on? That's a guy, Howard. I don't forget his Howard Yates. I see his name down there. I don't know what you get at with 80 something. Moving over a little further. That's a little woman. She had the Army standing there checking us in. This is at the Army Reserve Center. Matter of fact, this was on the Gulf Coast here. We had to bring the stuff in, a U-Haul, and they at the door to greeting us in, getting ready to lay the boom on us. That's at the Army Reserve Center. Hey, little woman. November 2nd, 1985, Pascagoula. Style girl, that's what I said. Yeah. I had no idea back then these would be an internet. But anyway, this is over in Louisiana, Opelousas, Louisiana. This was a hell of a shot. But it was a good job, about a 4-story building. That's where we hired the staff at. See a little woman out in the corners getting the applications taken. That lady right there, she was the one that checked us in. She gave us the kind of the blues down in Louisiana there too, but we worked with it. Opelousas, Louisiana. On over to the next page. This is Americus, Georgia. Matter of fact, this building right here had a post office with it. Matter of fact, when we was doing the building over there, well, I wasn't there that weekend, but Herman Howard was doing the floors. And he called me and said, man, guess who in the building? I said, who? He said, President Jimmy Carter. Walked right in the building. Right there, because we were doing federal property, and that's where they be. The dignitaries, that's where they be, in the federal building. Now this is myself up in this high bucket. I was talking to the guy. I said, man, let me get in that thing. I got up in that thing. I tell you, that's in America's there. But I did get up there. That's me. It is up there too. Yep. This is just some content we're putting together to start to, well, mainly what I'm doing and putting this together for is proof of concept. When we start to advertise, we're going to be in a group. My son's putting together called Entrepreneurs 2, I can't think, Entrepreneurs 2 for Success. This is going to be the stuff that I'm going to be teaching in there for those that want to. And it don't have to be janitorial, but we could, you know, I did primarily federal contracts. But I also did quite a few more things while we was doing that, which will be coming up to show as well. This is over in Joplin, Missouri. That's myself there. And this is my first cousin, which I transferred out there from Upora. That's Nard standing right beside me. Charles, that's another Charles Edwards. You can see his name. His name's Charles Bernard Edwards. Went to Valley, played football with Jerry Rice, as a matter of fact. He went, I think he went up to pay, start with Pittsburgh, but he was a mama's baby. So he came back home, helped his mom out, and little sister, which is great. And I went up, I said, hey, little sister, see if I can get Nard to work with me. She was, I think Nard about 23, 24. Charlie, don't you let my baby get hurt. I said, yeah, I got him. So we took him out of Missouri. He stayed out there like 3 years and did real good for himself. This is downtown. This building here is right downtown. It's, you know, Institute has that now, but back then it was the well, MP&L, Mississippi Power and Light Company. That's like 10 stories. We had that building for like 2 or 3 years. That's my son, the low picture, right, kind of see his head down there. And then that's one of my first cousins. I call her Little Sis. That is her son, Billy. He about 6'5" now. I think that's Billy Jr. I don't know what I can't forget his name, but anyway. That's us three standing outside the Electric Building, downtown Jackson. That's 7 minutes. We're gonna flip over to a little more. These are the cars I started out. That's my first van I had. Started cleaning. Paid $825 for that van. Matter of fact, it was $525. Take that back. $525. That's my first card, which I had that card made in St. Louis. The second card, you can look at my number up there. I had a 314 number where I started at. And when I came to Jackson, I brought that logo with me. This guy drew that thing for me. I got it from somewhere. I brought it to Mississippi with me because I didn't have no logo on my first card. You noticed that. Brought the logo to Mississippi, flipped it over and started changing the card. And if you look at the bottom of that card, I had Electrolux on there. I went to them and talked to them about using that name on a card. They said we could do it. So we plugged them in there. It was free, and they picked up a lot of home cleaning off of that name down there. So you people, young people that want to get in these things, you can learn how to do advertising, marketing, and you can take your business to another levels. This was the last card we had when we left the business, right there. Same logo. Now this building coming up next is down in Bay Spring, Mississippi. That was Willie Mae to the right and Annie to the left of me. That was in 1985. We had that building like 3 to 5 years, something like that. As a matter of fact, when I left the business, the young lady on the right there, Willie Mae in the blue, I actually got the contract for her and worked it out for her to get the contract. We did quite a few like that after we left the business, so helped them get going through the same thing we was doing. So now we're moving on to help others do the same thing. Now that's myself coming out the back of Bay Spring. I was having them clean the post office that evening. That's in Bay Springs as well. Matter of fact, the same day. As you can tell, I got on the same clothes. That should be the same day, huh? Okay, anyway. Yep, I was Bay Spring, Mississippi, Jasper County. Now, talking about young people advertising. Advertise your business. If you notice right there in the yellow pages, which I didn't do a lot of because I didn't do a lot of local service, but when I was doing local service, we're on the yellow pages right there next to service master. You got to pay for the spots to get the traffic. Those were our competitors local at that time. I think that ad right there back then probably ran like $250 a month, something like that. Because you could get yellow pages, you know. Most minority companies, we really don't like to advertise. Just I can say that because I'm a minority myself. And I know I talk to a lot of people all over the country, and we just really don't understand what advertising does for you. But if that's a strip out of the old yellow page book. So you can see we started out advertising. And in today's market, you're going to have to advertise and market yourself, you know. You're going to have to put the money out there if you want to grow. Now, you can stay small and just spin around and around where you got yourself and one other person and work yourself to death. There ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But I'm saying if you want to grow your business and get a team, then you're going to have to market your business. Just that simple. If you had to do it back then, you're going to have to do it now. But that's 11 minutes, and this is going to be put up on YouTube. By the way, I think they say on YouTube, like and subscribe. I don't know how to put all that stuff together yet, but I do have a YouTube channel, and I will be loading these little videos up. They're not that great, but it's good content, valuable. And there are going to be courses behind this, and you can reach out to me and text me at the bottom of them, and as I set these pages up, things where you can DM me, and we'll see can we help you. That's another subject for another little business we had back then, but I'll put it on in the middle of that. We did some other things too, other than janitorial. This was a little show we put on back in the day. That's probably like 82. That's my wife and her classmate. That shirt I got on, my partner Pat put that shirt together way back then. That's my sister-in-law, Babylon and Esther right there. I think they was probably in college then, 1982. So we did a lot of things, you know, put stuff together, working, have fun at the same time, and make money with it. You notice this thing here, that BCB production. That really was something I put together. That was Bevelin, Charles, and Bettye. Bettye, Charles, and Bevelin. Either way it go. That's what that BCB stands for. It was just something we put together, had some models, and we put on something to have fun around the business, which you can do. You can do things. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that in there with the thing while I'm doing it. That's a group of people that was there at the thing. It was like a stellar night. That was at the Holiday Inn. Those were the models at that time. In the blue, that's the lady that ran the model. Her name was Vivian. I think it was the VJ Dunn models back in the 80s. These people here was at the show. Had to pay to get in, of course. Had to pay. And, you know, you have fun, learn some things, and don't just work all the time. Do some other stuff along with working. But it's all about work at the same time. That's a 13-minute video. So like and subscribe. There's more info to come. And hopefully we can help you. If you need help, you can reach out. I'm Charles Edwatds. Thank you for watching the video.